Alright, so really want to share something out with you boys, just in case if you're looking forward to go quickly through the ladder, you can play expanded format and use Mad Party deck list because it is very broken. You can theoretically discard your entire hand at the turn 1 and basically hit and dunk whatever you need if you go second, and if your opponent starts just with the one Pokemon. It is pretty much annoying to face something like that, especially if you play tournaments. What is also interesting about this deck is that it can easily lost to Necrozma with Garbodor, because you're gonna need to have a lot of luck to basically outplay them with Chaotic Swell and the combination of Field Blower and Guzmas. Otherwise, you're probably gonna lose due to the price exchange, obviously, and due to the silence that they can make. Anyways, so I'm playing 4 copies of each Mad Party Pokemons, so I can discard them and basically attack either way with the Bunnelby, Marshadow for the weakness, and Mew as well. Additionally, we have for setup the Dene and Shaymin EX, and that's pretty much it for the Pokemon lineup. Speaking about trainer cards, this deck plays 4 copies of Battle Compressor, 4 copies of Quick Ball, 4 copies of Scoop Up Net, 4 copies of Trainer's Mail, Ultra Ball, as well as Versus Seeker. So it basically plays on consistency. Additionally, for Ace Pack, we have Dowsing Machine, obviously 1 Field Blower, as well as 1 Special Charge, 1 copy of Chaotic Swell for a Stadium Decision, and 1 copy of Muscle Band for extra 20 damage. Additionally, for supporter play, we have Chandler, Guzma and Hala, and Professor Research and Teammates. And speaking about energy cards, we have 4 copies of double colorless energy cards, and that's it. That's the deck list that we're gonna use basically to claim the ladder. So let me show you how easy it is to play this deck on the ladder. So see you in the game. Alright, so who's gonna start first? My opponent. Alright. Crazy opening hand without basic Pokemon. And right now I'm starting with the Dene or with the Marshadow. Fairy Gardens on the other side of the field. I think it's safe to start with the Marshadow. Psychic to the weakness to the Psychic, so I guess I don't need to worry too much. Oh, it is a Gardevoir with the Xerneas. Yeah, people playing a tons of different decks in expanded format. Obviously, you can play whatever you want. But how good that what you play will be, that's a good question. So I'm going to Quick Ball into the Mew and set up for 4. Additionally, I can Quick Ball, and I can also play that Guzma and Hala. So I'm actually forced to use my Dene there. Not sure, I'm just gonna go for now with the Dene. We'll see, I'm gonna take the gamble, which didn't really pay off too much. Still I have that Scoop Up Net, so I can definitely try to Scoop Net that Shaymin and draw 2 more cards. Yeah, pretty much nothing, just go with the N. Okay, we have Field Blower, Chaotic Swell, Bell Compressor to thin a little bit more deck, and then a Trainer's Mail that needs to be Scoop Up Net. And unfortunately it is not. It is a Ultra Ball, but second Shaymin unfortunately is being prized. And with all that said, the only thing that I can do is just to pass the turn. If I used Guzma and Hala, I would at least hit my opponent for something, but right now I'm hitting him for nothing. and he have opportunity to maybe do something out, or at least retreat to Xerneas and use that Geomancy, which was quite popular when the Gardevoir EX was in the format back then. Oh, Life Leap for 20, and you can heal the same amount of the damage. I mean, you can see how the game actually shifted over the time. Gardevoir with 170 HP and Mega Gardevoir with 230 HP, if I'm not wrong. I think it was 230 HP or something like that back then. So Gardevoir, Ultra Ball might be for Mega Gardevoir. So we had Mega Evolutions, we had Break Evolutions, Level X, Mega EXs that I mentioned it, and also right now we have VMAX. A lot of different types of the cards. So Gardevoir, Mega Gardevoir, but a Brilliant Arrow actually hits for 3 energy cards. So that's simply 200. Oh, he had 210. Oh my goodness. But the good thing about Gardevoir was back then that he had resistance -20 to Darkness Pokemons, and it was good against Yveltal EX, at least. But then there was a baby Yveltal with that ability that says when the... Oh, why in the world I click on the day? When the... when Yveltal was in the active position, all tools in place didn't have any effect, so you couldn't evolve into your Gardevoir without losing a turn if that Yveltal was active Pokemon. But back then we had Lysander, for example. Oh, nice. Scoop up net. That's amazing. Okay, gonna set up Shaman for 6 instead of 5. Another Trainer's Mail. Gonna get that Guzma just in case. Quick Ball for nothing. Counting 3, 6, 8, 10 Pokemons. So right now I can draw 5 more cards, plus I can use another Scoop Up Net if it's necessary. But meanwhile, gonna use that Quick Ball as well as that Battle Compressor, so I can tin a little bit more of the resources, and simply Mad Party for 200 plus damage. 260. Okay, that's insane. And you take only 2 prize cards, so back then, either way, if it was a Mega Evolution or just a regular EX, you draw only 2 prize cards. So some Mega Evolution cards were actually very strong, like Mega Gardevoir EX, but if Mega Gardevoir loses something like Xerneas that carries like 3 energies, it loses a lot of damage. But interesting thing back then was also XP Share that was popular in the decks, because with the XP Share you could just simply absorb a little bit of the energy resource and basically instead of just losing that energy or discarding it from play, you could simply put it on the Pokemon with the XP Share being attached. So let's go with something like this. Mad Party for 200 and for 300 damage. That is insane. So I was basically forced to promote Marshadow and use that Teammates. I didn't want to you know, take the risk decking out myself and losing the game. So there is Evosoda. Katon evolves into Slurpuff, isn't it? No, into Whimsicott. Okay, so with the Windy Mischief, so you can move all of the damage counters. Yeah, it's interesting. But that card actually came much later, or it isn't. Oh, that's the Ancient Origins, isn't it? Is it? I think it is. I think that is Ancient Origins. Yeah, it's 2015, so it is Ancient Origins set. And Ancient Origin came, I think, after Primal Clash, or it was set before Primal Clash. I think it was Phantom Force, Roaring Skies, Primal Clash, Ancient Origins, Breakthrough, Breakpoint, and Steam Siege with Generations, something like that. Okay, with that being said, energy attachment, I'm hitting with the Mad Party, once again for 300. Next turn I'm finishing the game by knocking out my opponent Mega Gardevoir from play, by simply using a Guzma and taking the last 2 prize cards, or I can even go for that Shaymin EX and finish the game. So it's really easy to play with this deck in the expanded format. You're gonna claim the ladder pretty fast, and you're gonna get daily rewards with just a couple of minutes. Usually players decide to scoop with when they face a deck like this, but actually my opponent decided that he wants to play a whole game, and I'm actually pretty happy because of that, so I can have matchup for the video. So, Super Rod for 3 copies of Fairy Energies. Unfortunately, we don't have Fairy Energies anymore. Pokemon Company decided to basically shuts down the Fairy type, and they basically changed the Pokemons that they were Fairies into some other types. Well played. I can Mad Party one more time for 300 and win the game. So he couldn't even attack because he didn't have energy to pay that energy cost. But what is so special about Megas back then was a Turbo Patch that also, not the Turbo Patch, but the Mega Turbo that allows you to attach energy without flipping a coin from discard pile or from your hand. I don't remember. I think it was from the discard pile to one of your Mega Pokemons in play. So that's the GG. Let's go second. Let's go second, because the strategy of the deck is just go second, hit, and hope that your opponent don't have nothing than just a simple single Pokemon in the active position. So he's starting with the Victini. I'm starting with Poltergeist, Quick Ball, 2 copies of Ultra Ball, as well as the double Colress Energy. So I can definitely knock the Victini out. Maybe even his Reshiram and Zekrom. Who knows? We shall see. Daddy Change, Pokemon Catcher ×2 being discarded. Vitality Band. So you can hit for like 280 with Reshiram. I mean, that's not a lot of damage. 280 is just, you know, enough for the ADP, but not enough for Eternatus, for example. But it is expanded format, so the meta is a lot more different than you would expect. Okay, so with that being said, let's go with something like this for now. I will try to Guzma his Reshiram on the bench, but I'm not quite sure if I will be able to do that. In order to do that, I'm gonna need to have that Mew on the bench, so I can have that for a treat. Let's see what we can get with the Scoop Up Net. Scoop Up Net into... Okay, there is a Guzman Hela, but unfortunately, we don't want that. We really don't want that. I still didn't use that John Hart, so I will do it right now. Let's see, another Scoop Up Net, this time for 3. Okay. So with a Trainer's Mail, with 2 Trainer's Mails, I have good chance to pull one of the Battle Compressors, maybe even a Dowsing Machine. Think I'm gonna go for the Dowsing Machine rather, and we'll use another Trainer's Mail. Finally, there is a Battle Compressor. First, I'm just gonna discard those Mad Party Pokemons. Second thing I'm gonna do will be a Dowsing Machine into another Scoop Up Net for my Shaymin, and you see how boring this can be. I mean, playing Expanded can be very boring thing. So Battle Compressor one more time. How many Versus Seekers do we have? Plenty of them. So I guess I'm going to do something like this. Muscle Band, a Quick Ball into Bunnelby, and I still didn't play supporter card, so let's go with that Daddy Change. There it is. 4, 8, 10, 13. Okay, so I have enough for the knockout. Versus Seeker into Guzma. Guzma for his Reshisekrom, retreat on my Marshadow. Wilt in my deck a little bit more by discarding a couple more of the cards. And let's just go with the Mad Party. So that's 280, turn 1 without too many problems. And immediately my opponent decided to concede the game. So you can see where Expanded format is going. I mean, nowhere. It's going literally nowhere. I mean, playing Expanded can be very, very boring. But if you're really looking forward to go quickly through the ladder, you should definitely consider playing something like this, because it will definitely help you out to jump quickly through the versus mode. In the real life, I would probably even consider maybe playing one copy of Silent Lab due to the Aegislash and other Pokemons, or maybe, yeah, probably something like the Stadium that can shut down the abilities, because you might face Aegislash that blocks the Pokemon attacks and damage from the Pokemons with the special energies, but you might also face something like Hunkrow, but at least we have Chandler for Hunkrow. But yeah, Stadium wouldn't be bad as well. Anyways, thank you guys for your time. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to consider subscribing to the channel for more videos. Thanks for your time. We'll see you next time. So till then, yeah, have a nice day and goodbye.